Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're looking at the Panther 88. So, the Panther 88 is a vehicle I obtained quite a while ago. If you were around for this, I did a video a few months ago in regards to like the tank trade-in system that was briefly available on the EU server. I traded my CDC for the Panther 88, and then it occurred to me the other day that I haven't really played the Panther 88 all that much. I haven't really learned its playstyle, and I've been playing a little bit more recently, and I will say it's probably one of the weaker tier 8 premiums, but it's not too bad. It does have 50 side armor, which means it can side script to an extent, just avoid T30s, T110, E4s, ISU 152s, things like that you want to avoid. Although you can side script versus things like the Borsig, the E100, 150mm guns exactly. So yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty okay machine. It just struggles a little bit to actually make use of its main advantage. And its main advantage, if you didn't know, is the raw rate of fire of this 88mm L71 gun. And you also may notice I carry no premium rounds in this vehicle deliberately. And yeah, this is going to be like the first engagement of this battle. I'm just going to I should probably just put like a little warning ahead of this here. This is going to showcase luck that is on another level, because these guys are going to really struggle to hit me consistently, and we like you'll see what I mean over the course of this battle. So yeah, I'm just basically sitting in a position where I am showing the minimum target to these guys and firing every single time my gun is loaded. I fire. At least I try to fire as soon as my gun is loaded. Clip his upper front plate, which means it's bounced. M4A1 does manage to get a shot into me there. I'm actually gonna just quickly look here for a second just to see where did he actually clip me. It seemed like it hit like near the front of my tank. It was not there. I do not see it, unfortunately. Let me know in the comments if I missed it. I don't see where he pinned me. I don't see any like shell penetration marker. But yeah, I was trying to figure out whether or not he could actually see my hull or not. I'm going to go for the weakest armored vehicle when I can, but I'm also going to try to put shots into this WZ where I can as well, because he is by far the most dangerous tank here. And yeah, this gun has just like it's on that like this little area where it can almost pin the upper front plate of the WZ, but also can't at the same time. It's like right on that little tiny like threshold between like not pinning it and pinning it. It's really annoying because it's so close, yet it just doesn't seem to do it very much for me. But yeah, I finished off that guard because if you don't know, the guard has like a polo weak point, which is like having a bin on the front, like a tin bin just on the front of your turret, which you can just shoot at to your heart's content pretty much, and not really have to worry about not have to really worry about bouncing, because all you need to do is hit it really. And gonna go for this T49 because he is incredibly annoying, and he actually survived that, which surprised me. So good to have him finished off. So the threat to my flank has now been destroyed. So now we have an M4 Rev and a WZ in front of me. So bear in mind, I have taken probably about 2 shots of damage in this game so far. One was from the M4, the other was from the T49, who if he had been using the 152, he probably would have one-shot me because I don't have the armor to tank shots from that gun. But yeah, he shows me a side critical mistake, but he does hit me really hard there. Takes off 544 of my remaining health. That hurt a lot. And I'm on 2800 damage right now, and it does take a while to mount that damage up because this gun is relatively low alpha per shot. But I am going to take this opportunity to run because I only have an STRV as backup, and he is not going to be particularly aggressive because, well, it's an STRV. Although he actually does seem to be... he starts getting aggressive after I run away. I don't know why he did that, because you would think he would have like realized that, oh yeah, the guy who was spotting for me and like baiting them forward has run away. Why don't I run away as well? But instead he decides to start moving forward. I'm really not 100% sure why he did that. Yeah, and he's still moving forward. I think this guy's going to get killed relatively soon by this WZ. So let's see, what am I going to do here now? So yeah, the WZ for some reason switched to HE. I really don't know why. Maybe he forgot like the thickness of the armor on the STRV, because he lowered HE, shot the STRV, and did less damage than he would have done if he fired AP. No idea why. And there's T26E5, stick a couple of shots into his rear because, well, you have the rear of an American vehicle, typically you're going to take a couple shots at it, but I do realize here if I sit out in the open, I am probably going to get wrecked by that WZ, because the WZ is probably going to kill the STRV relatively soon. And there is an IS-6 also to my east. So I also need to be cautious of that. This T-26 aims in my direction, but the WZ is moving forward, so I'm going to focus on this guy here in particular, because he is a one-shot, but he's going to rush over this ridge. And see what I mean? Right on that little limit where I can pen or I won't pen. But it's a very, very narrow threshold, like between penning and not penning the WZ's upper front plate. But yeah, the entirety of the rest of my shots bounced off that WZ's upper front plate, but that one, because he just nosed down at the time I fired, did penetrate, and that allowed me to kill him and survive that game. And I did 3,375 damage, and really bizarrely, I have 1,660 damage blocked. It would have been hilarious if I got a steel wall on this thing, because like this thing here is probably one of the more fragile tier 8 premiums. Not as fragile as the M4 Rev or the CDC. CDC is like one of the most fragile tanks in the game because it has no armor whatsoever. Can't really think of any others that are ultra fragile. But yeah, this is one of the few tier 8 mediums, which actually are tier premium mediums, that has 8 degrees of gun depression. Or premium mediums, I should say, that has 8 degrees of gun depression but doesn't have 10. Most of the other 240 alpha guns have 10 degrees of gun depression to make them a little bit more usable, a bit more consistent. This one only gets 8 degrees, is better than what originally came out. I think it had 7 or 5 degrees when it originally came out. It now has 8. It also gets a more powerful engine than when it came out. It originally has 600 or 650 horsepower engine, now it has 700, so it can actually hit the 46 km/h top speed and make use of its at least decent enough speed. It is a big target though. This tank is not a small target in the slightest, because it's pretty easy to hit, and whenever I see these things I aim for the engine every time, because it's German vehicle, and well, German vehicles are notorious for being easy to set on fire if you know where to aim. Okay, so we're on to the post-game stats. So this was with an ace tanker, and I also got my first mark of excellence on this vehicle, which is kind of surprising considering I think I just passed 50 games in this thing the other day. I really have not played this thing very much, but 1,283 base XP is pretty low for an ace tanker tier 8. That just shows that this vehicle, from as far as I've seen, does not do particularly well in most matchmaking, from what I've seen other people like say about it, and what I've seen from like other people playing it. So yeah, let's go on to the team scores. Not really much else to discuss on the screen. We'll see the exact credit making that I made in the last screen. So let's go on. Team score 3,375 or 3,375 damage, 2 kills, 1283 base XP. Highest damage in the game, I believe. Yep, about higher than the WZ on the enemy team, higher than the FCM on my team. Yeah, the highest damage in the game in the Panther 88. Second place on my team was actually second and third place. Wow, the top 5 on my team were all tier 8 premiums. Panther 88, FCM 50T, FCM 50T, T34-3, and the MX CDC. Holy crap, that's a weird coincidence. On the enemy team, they had 3 tier 8 premiums in the top 5, but I guess that can make sense. Like, you're only really going to buy a tier 8 premium. Well, most people are probably only going to buy a tier 8 premium if they are somewhat experienced in the game, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, let's go on to the detailed report. So I fired 20 shots in that game, 18 direct hits, 15 penetrations. Let's see, hits received 7, 3 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. Let's see, 5 vehicles total damaged and 2 destroyed. And I actually made 54,671 credits from that game. Repair cost was only 6,664, and the actual resupply from my ammunition was 5,040. I actually need to check like what the actual. I actually don't know what the overall repair cost is for this vehicle. I should probably check that at some point. But yeah, overall, I think this tank is pretty decent. It's not remarkable when you compare it to something like the M4 Rev. The M4 Rev is clearly the superior vehicle. I don't want to give you the idea that this tank is really good. It's in comparison to things like the M4 Rev, it doesn't compare. In comparison to the Guard or the 252. Doesn't compare. Even to things like the Patriot. Patriot arguably has a better gun than this thing. The M46KR I play more often than this thing, even though the M46KR has slower shell velocity, worse accuracy and aiming time and stuff. I play the M46KR more because it has more flexibility, and it also feels like it's just better able to like tank a couple hits. I got lucky in this game. I'm not going to like dance around that fact, but I should just make it clear that I'm not saying this tank is good. I'm just saying that it's not as bad as some people make it out to be. Some people make it out to be like the biggest piece of shit in the game. But I would say that title belongs to the 59 pattern because, well, the 59 pattern is, well, if you have any experience like dealing with those things, it's pretty shit. To be kind, it's pretty shit. So, even with the penetration buff coming next patch, I seriously doubt that's going to make a single bit of difference to that tank. But yeah. Overall, I kind of like this vehicle. I wouldn't recommend it because it just seems like it's probably not the best use of your money. I would say probably like if you're only going to buy your first and only premium tank, get it for a line that you like. So if you like the French heavies as an example, you might want to go for a Libertaire or something like that. If you like the American heavies, you can go for a Patriot. Or if you like the Russian heavies, you can go for an IS-6, KV-5, one of the multitude of premium Russian tier 8 heavies. Just depends on the line you like the most, just the kind of playstyle you like the most. Do some research into the type of vehicle that you need, that you want, and yeah, that's pretty much what you should really do. Like I've honestly been considering for a while now to buying like the WZ Tank Destroyer Premium because I feel like it looks really interesting. It looks really powerful. Like an SU-122-44, but just superior in pretty much every respect. But yeah, I haven't decided on that yet. I'm probably not going to get it, but I'm just kind of like, I'm 50-50 on it because I don't have a crew to put in it. That's like the main thing I'm just like, on. So yeah, we'll see how that goes in the future. But yeah, let me know your opinions on the Panther 88. Do you see them as XP, free credits and XP, or do you give them some sort of like respect on the battlefield? So yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.